Here, I can enable the option to have CAMWorks do a cleanup pass. With this option selected, a final toolpath will be generated around the perimeter and any island within the feature to ensure that the site allowance value is constant. The Stay at Depth option helps to optimize your toolpath by staying at the depth that has already been machined rather than constantly returning to the clearance plane. This can save machining time, but it is a good idea to double-check the simulation to be sure you don't accidentally cut into another feature on the part. The Machining Island Tops option allows you to specify an allowance for machining the tops of islands. This can optimize your toolpaths by machining multiple features that are nearly on the same plane but have some degree of tolerance that is specified here. The Automatic Angle is a nice option that allows CAMWorks to find the best cut angle on features that are not perpendicular to the rest of the part, such as this pocket here. As you see, when I enable this option, the cut is optimized. Next, I would like to discuss the side parameter options here. The allowance value tells CAMWorks how much material you want to keep around the outside perimeter of the pocket or any islands you may have, to be cleaned up by the contour operation. If I make this value larger, you will immediately see in the preview how the toolpath is much farther from the edge, leaving more material behind. The step over value allows you to define the distance between each of these toolpaths here. I can use a percentage of the tool diameter or a value. If I make this value smaller, you will see the number of toolpaths increases. I recommend using a percentage value for the step over value. That way, if you change your tool diameter later, you won't run into trouble with having the wrong value here, since it will change proportionally to the tool. The final options I'd like to discuss on this tab are the depth parameters. The main method I'd like to focus on for defining the depth of the cuts is the equal method. This makes the depth of each cut in the toolpath equal based on the first cut amount you specify here and the maximum cut amount. I'll switch to the front view of this part to show you what I mean. If I set the value for the first cut amount to 100 thousandths and the maximum cut amount to 200 thousandths, you will see the preview reflects a distance of 100 thousandths here at the top for the first cut depth, and each of these additional cut depths are equal but no greater than 200 thousandths. If I set the bottom allowance to 100 thousandths, this will leave 1/10 of an inch or 100 thousandths on the bottom so we can come back to clean it up with a contour mill. The final option here is the depth processing option. On a part such as this that has multiple regions, you can tell CAMWorks to machine these regions at the same time by each level, or Z-depth, or you can have CAMWorks machine them region by region. If you specify depth by region, CAMWorks will machine one of the pockets completely and then move on to machine the other one.